Welcome to our immersive journey through France's most captivating cities. From romantic Paris to sun-drenched Mediterranean gems and enchanting medieval towns, France offers unparalleled diversity for travelers. Did you know France welcomes over 90 million visitors annually, making it the world's most visited country? Beyond the iconic Eiffel Tower lies a mosaic of distinct regional cultures, spectacular architecture spanning 2 millennia, and arguably the world's finest culinary scene. Join me as we explore the 20 most magnificent French destinations that belong on every traveler's bucket list in 2025. Lille, hey folks, welcome to Lille, France's underrated northern gem that'll knock your socks off. This vibrant border city blends Flemish charm with French flair. Just check out those colorful row houses and that magnificent Grand Place. Locals here are ridiculously friendly, and the city buzzes with university students, giving it this infectious energy. The old town, Vieux-Lille, is perfect for aimless wandering, with cobblestone streets leading to hidden courtyards and boutiques. And don't get me started on the food scene. We're talking about serious comfort food territory with carbonade flamande, beef stewed in beer, and mountains of moules frites. Plus, Lille hosts Europe's largest flea market every September. Trust me, this city deserves way more love than it gets. Lyon. All right, friends, now we're talking about Lyon, France's culinary capital, and honestly, my stomach's happy. Place. Nestled between 2 rivers, this city is absolutely gorgeous with its terracotta rooftops and hidden passageways called traboules that crisscross through buildings. Super cool for exploring. The Old Town is a UNESCO wonderland where you can time travel through 2,000 years of history. But let's be real, we're here for the food. The traditional bouchons serve hearty Lyonnaise cuisine that'll make you want to kiss the chef. Think sausages, duck pâté, and quenelle. Lyon lights up magically at night with over 400 illuminated sights, and locals are passionate about their city in the best way. It's like Paris without the attitude, and with better food. What's not to love? Marseille. Welcome to Marseille, France's rebellious Mediterranean rock star. This place is raw, real, and ridiculously beautiful. The old port buzzes with fishermen selling their catch straight off the boats. That's where your bouillabaisse seafood stew comes from, folks. Speaking of which, trying this local specialty is absolutely non-negotiable. Marseille isn't trying to be pretty like other French cities. It's got edge, with street art splashed across vibrant neighborhoods like Le Panier. The turquoise calanques, limestone cliffs and hidden beaches just outside town? Absolutely jaw-dropping. Multicultural vibes run deep here with North African influences everywhere. The spice markets smell incredible. And don't miss Notre Dame, de la Garde watching over everything from her hilltop. Marseille might be a bit rough around the edges, but that's exactly what makes it so darn authentic. Strasbourg. Hey there. Welcome to Strasbourg, where France and Germany had a beautiful baby city. This place is seriously charming with its half-timbered houses in the Petite France quarter that look straight out of a fairy tale, all leaning over canals with geraniums everywhere. The cathedral is an absolute showstopper with its astronomical clock that puts on a little performance daily at 12:30. Don't miss it. Strasbourg has this amazing dual personality. French elegance meets German coziness, especially during the Christmas markets when the whole place transforms into a winter wonderland. Being home to the European Parliament gives it this international buzz, but the locals still keep things wonderfully Alsatian. And the food, flammekueche, thin pizza with cream, onions, and bacon, paired with local white wine, is basically heaven on earth. Strasbourg is pure magic. Nice bonjour from Nice, where the Mediterranean sunshine hits different. This glamorous coastal gem averages 300 sunny days yearly, which explains everyone's permanent good mood. The Promenade des Anglais stretches along that impossibly blue water, perfect for people watching or rollerblading if you're feeling adventurous. Nice's Old Town is a maze of ochre-colored buildings, bustling markets, and little shops selling saka, this amazing chickpea pancake that's the ultimate street food. The light here is so special that artists like Matisse and Chagall couldn't get enough of it. There's this fantastic mix of Italian influence. It was part of Italy until 1860 in the architecture and food. Locals are surprisingly down to earth. Despite the glitz, they'll happily direct you to hidden beaches away from the crowds. Nice is effortlessly cool without trying too hard. Bordeaux. Hey wine lovers, Bordeaux is your promised land. A city that's literally surrounded by some of the world's most famous vineyards. But it's not just about the wine, though that's reason enough to visit. The city itself is a knockout with elegant 18th century architecture that earned it the nickname Little Paris. The water mirror in front of Place de la Bourse is pure Instagram gold. This shallow pool creates perfect reflections before suddenly misting up. The riverside promenade is where everyone hangs out on summer evenings, sipping local wine and watching the world go by. Bordeaux has reinvented itself from sleepy wine town to vibrant cultural hub with fantastic modern restaurants, cool bars, and a seriously good tram system. The locals are wine-proud but unpretentious. They'll happily guide you to their favorite hidden wine bars. Bordeaux is the perfect blend of tradition and trendy. Paris. Ah, Paris. The city that makes your heart skip a beat, no matter how many times you visit. Beyond the iconic Eiffel Tower and Louvre, it's the everyday Parisian moments that truly captivate. Like watching locals play pétanque in Place Dauphine or finding a hidden garden behind an unmarked door. Each neighborhood feels like its own little village, from bohemian Montmartre to trendy Canal Saint-Martin, where Parisians picnic with wine and cheese on sunny days. The café culture is an art form. Grab a sidewalk table, order an espresso, and watch the stylish parade go by. Yes, Paris can be overwhelming, but that's part of its charm. When the city feels too much, escape to Luxembourg Gardens to watch children sail toy boats or discover quirky museums like the Musée de la Chasse. And contrary to the stereotype, Parisians are actually helpful if you attempt a bit of French first. Toulouse. Welcome to Toulouse, France's pink city, where everything glows rose-colored in the sunset light thanks to the distinctive terracotta bricks. This place has the perfect balance, big enough to be exciting, small enough to feel intimate. The vibe here is young and relaxed thanks to a massive student population, with impromptu gatherings along the Garonne River banks on warm evenings. Aerospace is huge here. It's where Airbus is headquartered, giving Toulouse this cool space age meets medieval character. The food markets are incredible, especially Victor Hugo, where locals crowd around oyster bars at 11 a.m. Because why not? Don't miss violet flower treats, the unusual local specialty. Toulouse has this wonderful southern French pace. Nobody rushes, outdoor cafes are always full, and there's live music spilling from bars in Place Saint-Pierre. It's the France you dreamed of, without the tourist crowds. Nantes. Hey gang, let's talk about Nantes, France's most creative and quirky city that flies under most tourists' radar. Once a gritty shipbuilding town, Nantes has transformed itself into this playground of imagination. The absolute must-see is Machines de Lille, where you can ride a 40-foot mechanical elephant that sprays water from its trunk. How cool is that? The city embraces its Jules Verne connection, he was born here, with whimsical art installations everywhere. The medieval quarter surrounds the imposing castle of the Dukes of Brittany, but then you'll turn a corner and find a building covered in street art or a garden with bizarre sculptures. The food scene mixes Atlantic seafood with Loire Valley produce, and the local white wines are criminally underrated. Nantes feels like a city that's constantly reinventing itself, where creativity is in the water. It's refreshingly unpretentious and full of surprises. Montpellier. Greetings from sun-soaked Montpellier, where Mediterranean vibes meet student energy. This southern gem is one of France's fastest-growing cities, and you can feel that youthful buzz everywhere. The historic center is a pedestrian's dream, a maze of narrow medieval streets opening onto grand squares like Place de la Comédie, where street performers entertain outdoor café crowds. The modern Antigone district shows off wild contemporary architecture, while the new Port Marianne area feels like something from the future. Montpellier is surprisingly green, with the lovely Promenade du Pérou offering views all the way to the sea on clear days. The nearby beaches are just a short tram ride away, perfect for afternoon dips. The student population, 1 in 3 residents, keeps the nightlife hopping and prices reasonable. People here embrace that laid-back Southern French lifestyle. Long lunches, evening strolls, and always time for another glass of rosé. Avignon. Step back in time with me to Avignon, where medieval magnificence meets Provençal charm. The massive papal palace dominates everything. This fortress-like complex reminds you that 7 popes ruled Christendom from right here during the 14th century. The famous bridge, yes, the one from the children's song Sur le Pont d'Avignon, stretches partway across the Rhône, creating one of France's most romantic ruins. The walled city center feels like an open-air museum, but it's very much alive with locals shopping at the covered market and sipping pastis at café terraces. During July's theater festival, the entire city transforms into one giant performance space with shows happening literally everywhere, even in random courtyards and alleys. The light here has this incredible golden quality, especially in late afternoon when it bathes the honey-colored stone buildings. Avignon perfectly balances its grand history with everyday Provençal pleasures. Cannes. Darlings, welcome to Cannes, playground of the rich and famous that somehow still manages to be absolutely charming. Yes, there's the glitz of the film, festival and super yachts in the harbor, but there's so much more to discover. La Croisette Promenade is perfect for people watching. Spot celebrities, fashionistas, and locals walking their impossibly tiny dogs. The old quarter of Le Souquet offers a completely different vibe with winding streets leading up to stunning views over the Bay of Cannes and the Lérins Islands. Those islands make for a brilliant day trip. Île Sainte-Marguerite has secluded beaches and a fort where the man in the Iron Mask was imprisoned. The public beaches are actually quite lovely and free, though the private beach clubs offer next-level pampering. Cannes has this wonderful Riviera energy, leisurely but sophisticated, indulgent but also authentically Mediterranean. Even if you're not a film star, you'll feel like one here. Aix-en-Provence. Oh friends, Aix-en-Provence is basically heaven on earth. This elegant city epitomizes Provençal living with its plane tree-lined Cour Mirabeau, the perfect boulevard for that essential French pastime of watching the world go by. Fountains bubble on practically every corner. There are over 40, providing refreshing background music as you wander the Golden Stone streets. Aix was Cézanne's hometown, and you can still feel his presence at his preserved studio and the surrounding landscapes he painted obsessively. The markets here are outrageously good. The flower market fills the air with lavender scent, while the food markets overflow with olives, goat cheeses, and sun-ripened produce. Aix combines intellectual sophistication, it's a university town, with sensual pleasures. The café terraces are always full, and locals take their aperitif hour very seriously. The light here has this incredible clarity that makes even ordinary moments feel magical. Colmar. Welcome to Colmar, which is basically the definition of picture perfect. This Alsatian jewel looks like it jumped straight out of a fairy tale book with its multicolored half-timbered houses, flower-bedecked balconies, and little canals in the Little Venice quarter. Walking these cobblestone streets feels like time traveling to some idealized version of medieval Europe. It's almost suspiciously pretty. Colmar somehow escaped major damage in both world wars, so what you're seeing is authentically old, not reconstructed. The food scene blends French finesse with German heartiness. Think flammekueche, choucroute, and incredible local wines from the Route des Vins. The Unterlinden Museum houses the remarkable Isenheim altarpiece, but honestly, the whole town feels like an open-air museum. Colmar is especially magical during Christmas market season when everything twinkles with lights, but it's charming year-round. It's the kind of place that makes you seriously consider throwing away your return ticket Annecy, hey, adventure. Lovers, Annecy is where alpine dreams come true. A medieval town hugging the cleanest lake in Europe, surrounded by snow-capped mountains. The canals running through the old town earned it the nickname Alpine Venice, with pastel-colored buildings leaning over waterways crossed by flower-decorated bridges. Lake Annecy is the star attraction. Impossibly blue, crystal-clear water, perfect for swimming, sailing, or paddleboarding with those jaw-dropping mountain views. The local specialty is raclette, melted cheese scraped onto potatoes and charcuterie, pure comfort food after a day of hiking or skiing. Annecy's old town buzzes with activity. Markets, little boutiques, ice cream shops. Try the local reblochon cheese flavor if you're brave. The lakeside parks fill with picnicking locals and visitors soaking up the spectacular scenery. Whether you're an outdoor enthusiast or just appreciate beautiful settings, Annecy delivers pure alpine magic. Reims. Cheers from Reims, the unofficial capital of Champagne country. This elegant city is where French kings were crowned for over 1,000 years at the magnificent Gothic cathedral. Talk about historic significance. But let's be honest, most of us come here for the bubbly. The big champagne houses like Veuve Clicquot, Taittinger, and Pommery offer fascinating cellar tours ending with tastings in their underground chalk caves. Some stretch for miles. The city center has this beautiful Art Deco flair thanks to rebuilding after World War I, with the wonderful cafes and champagne bars on every corner. Reims has a sophisticated but unpretentious vibe. Yes, there's luxury, but also students and regular folks enjoying life. The locals are incredibly proud of their champagne heritage and food scene. Don't miss the pink biscuits of Reims, perfect for dipping in your glass of bubbly. This city effortlessly blends royal history with effervescent pleasures. Rouen. Step into Normandy's medieval masterpiece, Rouen, where Gothic spires pierce the sky and half-timbered houses lean at impossible angles. This city is an architecture lover's dream, with its spectacular cathedral that Monet painted over 30 times in different lights. The old market square marks where Joan of Arc met her fiery fate, now commemorated by a strikingly modern church. Rouen's pedestrian streets reveal something fascinating at every turn, from astronomical clocks to hidden courtyards. The Seine flows majestically through town, with riverside paths perfect for romantic strolls. The food scene is quintessentially Norman. Apple cider, camembert cheese, and butter-rich pastries that will make your heart sing and possibly stop. Despite heavy bombing in World War II, Rouen maintained its medieval character while evolving into a vibrant modern city with great museums and shopping. It's close enough to Paris for a day trip, but rich enough in character to deserve several days of exploration. Carcassonne. Welcome to Carcassonne, which looks so much like a fantasy castle that it supposedly inspired Walt Disney. This medieval citadel is mind-blowing. A complete walled city on a hilltop with 53 towers, double walls, and a drawbridge straight out of A Knight's Tale. Walking through the cobblestone streets inside the fortified old town feels surreal, especially early morning or evening when day trippers have departed. Yes, it gets crowded. Over 3 million visitors yearly. But there's a reason everyone wants to see it. Beyond the fairy tale battlements, Carcassonne offers authentic southern French experiences. Sip local wines from Languedoc vineyards, try cassoulet, the hearty bean and meat stew that's a regional obsession, and wander the new town, still hundreds of years old, where everyday life continues. The Canal du Midi runs nearby, perfect for leisurely boat trips or cycling adventures. Carcassonne is living history that somehow avoids feeling like a theme park. Yes, perched dramatically between sky and sea, Ez Village is the French Riviera's eagle's nest. This medieval village clings to a 1,400-foot cliff overlooking the Mediterranean, creating views so spectacular they almost hurt your eyes. The narrow cobblestone paths wind upward past artisan shops, small galleries, and fragrant gardens. It's like climbing through centuries of history. At the very top, the exotic garden offers 360-degree panoramas from Monaco to Nice. Despite its small size, Ez packs in serious charm with stone houses covered in cascading bougainvillea and hidden courtyards where you can enjoy a glass of local rosé in perfect tranquility. Stay after the day trippers leave to experience the magic of sunset over the sea from this privileged perch. While technically a village, Ez's beauty and artistic heritage earn it a place among France's must-visit destinations. Just remember to wear comfortable shoes. Those medieval streets are steep. Gourds. Our journey concludes with Gourd, the crown jewel of Provence's perched villages. This stone masterpiece rises dramatically from the Luberon Valley, its honey-colored buildings seemingly growing organically from the rocky outcrop. Approaching, Gourds from a distance offers one of France's most breathtaking views, especially in summer when lavender fields create purple oceans around it. The village epitomizes Provençal perfection, with narrow winding streets opening onto surprising squares and panoramic terraces. Just outside town, the Senonc Abbey sits surrounded by lavender fields. If you visit during bloom, your camera will thank you. Gourds attracted artists like Chagall and Vasarely, drawn by the exceptional light and landscape. The Tuesday market transforms the village into a colorful celebration of local produce, crafts, and Provençal textiles. Despite its celebrity status and luxury hotels, Gourd maintains an authentic soul. Locals still gossip at the café while playing pétanque in the late afternoon sun. Pure Provençal magic. As our journey through France's most magnificent cities comes to an end, I hope you've been inspired to experience these destinations for yourself. From the northern charm of Lille to the Mediterranean splendor of Nice, the medieval wonder of Carcassonne to the Parisian elegance of the capital, France offers endless possibilities for every type of traveler. Each city tells its own unique story through architecture, cuisine, and local traditions, while sharing that unmistakable French art de vivre, the art of living well. Whether you seek cultural treasures, culinary adventures, or simply beautiful places to wander, these 20 magnificent cities showcase the very best of La Belle France. Bon voyage!